Well, we've talked a little bit about the introduction and the game systems of Torg. Let's talk about a few of the realms you'll adventure in. The area around England, go figure, has been taken over by this kind of fantasy reality. If you're from that, you actually get spells and that sort of thing. Beyond that, it's kind of interesting, kind of hard. The spell system in this game is kind of weird. But obviously, this entire realm is kind of a mishmash of like high fantasy, and there are different areas which are still controlled by regular old Earth. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in the wrap-up. Then you've got the Nile Empire. It's actually one of my favorite settings because it's pulp 1920s fiction kind of action. If you really like that sort of high adventure, Indiana Jones, or even mad science, that sort of thing, this is a good place to adventure in this kind of game. Then you've got Arash, which everyone hates Arash. Arash is hated because you can't win. It's Victorian horror on a huge scale. There's not much to say about that. That's kind of like the end game when it comes to Torg. And then you've got Nippon Tech, which is an interesting reality where it's, you know, very much like Blade Runner, that sort of thing. But what they've done is, instead of being overt like Arash or Isle or any of the other ones, they've been a little covert. They've taken over Japan, but no one knows they've taken over Japan, because all they're doing is like little by little feeding in a little more technology, that sort of thing. So eventually it'll be Blade Runner. Then you've got the cyber papacy. The cyber papacy is weird because apparently the Earth that invaded didn't it was a lot like very strange, you know, patriarchy, you know, on that Earth the world is flat and everything that the church said is correct. But during like the invasion, the Storm Knight like infused the Pope with a kind of cyber virus, so everyone on the Earth is like, it's the cyber papacy, it's cyber Pope. There are a few other realms. I don't have the books for that. There's the Living Lands, which has a lot of America. That's like dinosaurs in our time. And not only that, they actually kept producing, say, little updates with the Delphi Council. This was like the state of the world address for each one, whenever there'd be new realities put in there, or if the realities had shifts. It was kind of a living campaign, and it would, you know, give you a little world tour of what has changed in their world. It's kind of a shame that they, you know, weren't able to get as many updates as possible, but that's Torg in a nutshell. All you can really do now is try and beat down a copy on eBay and play it, so good luck with that.